Good day, traders. This is Rich with some price action on the markets. Currently, 4:13 p.m., March 8th, 2021, Monday. Looking at the QQQ popping after hitting 299.91 close, and it's up a point since then. I read somewhere this is a 10% correction on the QQQs. So we just have to take that into consideration. So make sure you subscribe if you're new here. Like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Pretty mellow for me. I got a few things done. I did not do a video, but I am ready to trade all week. I got a bunch of things going on, but no big deal. We'll be here rocking and rolling. I'm going to start with the QQQ. Basically, the SPY is up. You know, it's doing its thing. But it's really about the QQQ right now, which is, you know, the NASDAQ, the big names, the Facebooks, the Apples, the Teslas, and all that stuff. And you can see we made that high on, I think, February 16th, and have fallen off pretty good since. We made that low on Friday. We did not cut down to that level today, and now we're kind of bouncing up pretty good, even though we're down 7.81 on the day and 2.55%. I like this. This is the dailies, by the way. I like the 284 level. But what I'm really looking at, this I want to go over real quick. This is just me thinking out loud. What we noticed during this gradual climb up since July, that the volume was okay. I mean, it wasn't crazy volume. But then when the sell-offs occurred here, we had crazy volume. Then it kind of, you know, calmed down a little bit of volume here. But then it really just calmed down. And then we got to another selling, heavy selling, and the volume increased again. As we're riding up here, we saw volume increase again when we were selling off. And now we're seeing crazy volume on the sell-off in this part. And this is more volume than this, and this, and this. So this shows that volume is definitely an indicator of when we'll stop seeing the selling. I don't care if we get back to 310 or 315 before I make some kind of entries, because I need to see the volume slow down. And if the volume slows down, that means that people are going to be buying and there's going to be less selling pressure. To me, this is how I think of it. You know, I don't know if it's the truth or not, but just with this downward volume pick up here, the downward volume pick up here, and then this volume here, this is just pretty intense, especially on the last 3 days. So if we can get some down volume, probably like down to this level, maybe 650 million, not in the 80s or 100, that will definitely be an indicator for me that I might want to start entering some longer positions. However, we could see more downward movement. I'm thinking, you know, putting them together, I'm going to put the 284, possibly 280 level on the QQQ and the volume together to make my decision of if I want to enter like something like Apple again or Tesla or what have you. So, I mean, Apple's really weak today. Actually, Tradestation was really weak today. Actually, the charts are working now, finally. They were not working at the end of the day, and it was a big pain in the butt because there's news, and I actually missed some action because of news or because of the charts. I trusted the level 2 and the prints, but I didn't trust the chart because the chart was reading one thing and the prints were reporting a whole different price. So that kind of made me a little sketched out. Maybe the chart was right and the printing was wrong, but that's, you know, we won't get into that. I'll just bring up my day today. It was decent considering it could have been a lot better. I got in early on an NETE trade. Actually, I think I bring that up. It was early break of this move here back to 11.50, and I was able to make actually back to 11, I believe, and I was able to grab some shares there and then move it up basically up to the 12 level. Nice little trade. RKT was a room call. I was able to just kind of jump on this move here, the break of, I think it was previous day's high, and then rode this up pretty well. I sold too soon. I did not take anything off up in this level. I was pretty much in it between these two candles. Disney actually, how did I lose on this? I lost in a move, and then 2 seconds later just ripped, right? It was one of those Disney just climbing kind of trades where you have to give it the room. You like every other candle, like up, down, up, break even, up, down, down, up. You know, you have to give it the room. But when I saw this happen, these are 5-minute candles. I'm like, the market was kind of selling off. It was lunchtime. I was like, this isn't going to be the day for Disney to just kind of sell off everything it just did. My entry right here at 197.75. My bid was 197.76. I don't like to put it on whole numbers or quarter numbers or nickel numbers. I like to be on the even numbers. So I kind of put it at 76 and got filled. Obviously, I did pretty well on it. After the losing trade over here, I actually made like about $180 on this move. The funny thing is, I went in with 300 shares. If I just held it to this point, or even this point, it would have been like a $1,200 trade. But, you know, it is what it is. You can't really get what you want, you know, all the time. Tilray, end of the day, kind of news play, pot stocks. We've got a news event. I didn't jump in heavy. I didn't really trust the news on Tilray, but I let it kind of settle for a second, and then I got this little pop here. It was a little late. Charlie was a little late for me. The news was kind of popping already, and I got a little piece. I got $24. Again, remember, I'm not trading heavy on news, but I'm learning the news. Pretty sweet stuff. So Workhorse was another news event, and this was definitely missed by Charlie. I think it was. I saw it on my tweet deck. Talk about the House passing a bill for $6 billion for electric vehicles. And Workhorse was attached to it. This is kind of old news, I think, because we've been talking about this for the last 2 weeks or so. But Charlie didn't come on until really late, and that's when I really paid attention to it. And I only kind of took a little bit of the move, small, $11. You know, no big deal there. This NVTA was another news one. Kathy Wood being on CNBC. I didn't get I saw it in my news feed, but I didn't hear it from Charlie. And then Charlie started talking about it, and that's when I pumped in. I got really spready. You can see, and I actually got a pretty bad fill on my entry, and I was fortunate. I got out with the gain I had, which was like $15, and then literally a second later, jump was like 35.80. Next thing you know, it was like 36.16. But this is the one where the prints were like, even though the chart was showing 34.75, it was printing like 36.15. I'm like, wait, what's going on? So the chart wasn't really updating. So definitely some issues with the charts today, unfortunately. XPEV was the number one look I was watching today at the opening, and I just screwed up. I just tried to get in a little too early, and it dropped me down. I took a secondary move here, and almost went break. I actually was down $100 on it, and then I took a secondary move here, and it actually got me back to almost break even. Tesla, I missed the 600 call, back through 600 here, and I tried taking a secondary move. I think it was back through 605 here, and it went to like 605.50. It just flushed me. I think it might have been this candle here. No, that didn't go over 60. Yeah, it did. And it was unfortunate because it was one of these two candles, and I just got burnt. But then again, 2 minutes later, goes in my favor and rips to like 610 or something like that, 612. So that was unfortunate. So that's my day. 225 on the day in the green. I'll take it for a Monday, especially with charting issues. I know there's a lot of E-Trade issues today, huge E-Trade issues. Not with so much with orders and stuff, but just the data. Just between Tradestation and ETrade, it was one big mess of bad data. And, we can talk about this day in and day out. To be successful here, it's really hard. It's not like you just, plug along and do your work and hopefully you do good work. This is, you're depending on others to provide this service. And, I know we get free commissions, whatever, but, I look back at my statements. I'm not paying free commissions. I don't know about you guys. I'm paying, out of all my trades, I got about $100 in fees. That's not including my data at the end of the month, each month. Those are like SEC fees, brokers, some kind of fees. I usually intelligent routing, so I'm not too sure what's going on there. That's a whole different story. But I will have a Tradestation video this weekend. It's more for new traders or new trading accounts, but they contacted me and we're good to go. I'm not getting anything from it, but I decided I'll, see if we can help each other out, and I'll share with you that information over the weekend when I create the video. So again, 225 on the day, decent day. News, digging news, really liking news. That's what I'm sitting on my hands for these days, because right now nothing's really setting up the way I want it to, and just the way it is, So make sure you comment, like the video, share the video, and subscribe if you're new again. And I will be back tomorrow. Sorry for the long video. Have a good night.